Bulldogs season review, Scopey, for Blue Wealth Property. Invest with research. Email them at sen@bluewealth.com.au. So if you've got any investment property inquiries, email sen@bluewealth.com.au. The Dogs flew out of the gate, Scope. They're on their way to a minor premiership at that stage. They won 10 of their first 11 games. They sat in first from rounds 6 to 18, then limped into the finals, 4 of their last 7 games, out of the finals in straight sets to the Storm and the Panthers. Tough old draw, that one. Thoughts?
Yeah, they just they obviously thought that they couldn't win a competition this year with the setup. I always thought this was going to be whereabout the Bulldogs were going to get to. Even at the start of the season, I said all year long, I thought they were sort of a semi-final or a prelim at best.
Yep.
The Lachlan Galvin situation clearly affected everyone at the club, not even just the players that were directly impacted by it, in Toby Sexton and then Reid Marnie a little bit later on with Bailey Hayward. You could argue that it affected Galvin as well. Like, I don't know how he was able to handle that, just sort of deal with all the blowback that happened throughout the year. In saying that, I still think they've got some nice pieces moving forward next year. I'm so intrigued to see whether Galvin starts the season at 7 with Matty Burton or, like everyone keeps telling me about this Mitch Woods kid. I've been hearing about this Mitch Woods kid for a couple of years. Watched him play a couple of New South Wales Cup games this year. Is he the guy? If he's the guy, then 7. Galvin goes to 6, which I think he's a more natural 6. I'm not of the belief that Galvin can't play 7. Like, some people are just completely ruling it out. No, I think there is. When you look at the styles of 7s in the modern game, and in Jerome Hughes and Nico Hines, they're sort of manufactured 7s. So there is a world in which I think the Bulldogs can make it work. But big question marks going into next year with who the 7 and 6 are. And then off the back of that, even bigger questions, if Matty Burton is not the 6, where does he play?
That's right, with a fully fit Sherry and Crichton.
Yeah.
And Kiraz at the back. And it's fascinating to see how they do that. But I think they will go all in on Woods, and they'll certainly work that out through the trials. Now, if he wins the jumper scope, he will debut where? Where will Mitch Woods debut if he wins the jump?
If he wins the jump?
Yes. He will debut in Vegas.
Vegas.
He would debut in Vegas.
I was like, if he wins I was confused. Like, is he starting off the bench and then he's in the 7 jersey? No. The location of where he's debuting. Okay, sweet. I'm good.
So say this hypothetical. I do rate the kid. He's a good kid from a great family. So he has a blinder in Vegas. Debut, man of the match. All the Bulldogs fans, they're lifting him up, love him. They all go to the casinos and they charge into the nightclubs and, sorry, sir, you're 19.
Yeah.
You need to be 21.
What about the family, the tickets and all that when you go to a games and they've got that big, when there's like, when it's a young kid, there's like 25 sitting in the grandstand and they've all got the shirts on. Are they all going to Vegas?
That's right.
If Mitch Woods gets the call a couple of weeks out to head over there, has he got a big gang going over there with him?
Oh, you'd have to think so. What do you think about Woods' debut? Do you give him the 7 straight away, or do you give him like a Jonah Pezzett 14 with what Bailey Hayward can do? Do you start him, or do you bring him off the bench and ease him into NRL?
Well, you know what? I actually think I debuted off the bench, and I didn't come on until about 15 to go. What did you do, Scope?
Exact same.
Yeah, it's excruciating. just rip the Band-Aid off. Just get us out there.
64. That would have been harder for you, though, Sean, because being forwards, we get used to being interchanged. You're an outside back, so it would be...
Never on the bench.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It was weird.
Yeah.
And like every minute, someone gets up with a cramp, and you're like, I'm up.
Yeah. It'd be even harder for a premier half coming through, like a guy that's been the guy at every level that he's played. And imagine, because I've heard about Woodsy now for 3 years. Now I'm even calling him Woodsy like he's a mate of mine. Old Mitchy Woods. But I've heard about him for 3 years, so I'd imagine he's been the star player all the way through. Like, starting off the bench. If he's the guy, Brooksy, you know what? Let's start him.
On his back.
Let's go. Let's go 7 in Vegas.
Let's go. And also, too, he'll be throwing those passes, making those kicks behind Leo Thompson. So there's a good get for you Bulldogs fans. Blue Wealth Property. Email them if you're interested to explore all things investment. Email them at sen@bluewealth.com.au.